Hey people, today's pick consists an intriguing plot, well-written characters, gorgeous aesthetic and a wide variety of themes that make this piece become whatever it needs to convey a scene's meaning the best way it can. So let's move towards the plot. The premise shown on episode 1 is apparently very good, complex, and interesting and could lead to some amazing presentation on its universe if well executed. While the anime adaptation is not bad at all at portraying the intensity and feeling of a specific scene, it certainly lacks the essence of the original manga. The source material is way better at doing so, being more dynamic and sudden when plot twists come to table, supported by inner thoughts from different characters and astounding imagery. Unfortunately, the anime, instead, ends up resembling more to a generic thriller anime than to its source material. As for animation, a weak part of the show, indeed. If you pay attention a little to the surroundings of the characters, you'll probably notice that this anime relies more in visual effects and modern anime lighting techniques than in traditional ways. Most of the background, if not everything in it, is computer-generated and looks bland and uninteresting and cannot be, by any means, compared to Demazure Pasuka's art in the original manga, which is way creepier and sets the tone for the psychological horror nuances that characterize CA-Cygames' work. It is also worth remarking that it is a bit hard to get used to the wacky art style regarding characters' design, as they all have different faces and the mouth is almost right in the middle of the face. In terms of animation, this anime shows some inconsistency. There are times when I have no complaints, but there are some shots that look lazy, them being static images, maybe experiencing some bad-looking rotation in 2D. I would lastly also like to highlight the 3D first-person movement through the house corridors, which looks absolutely terrible and off-putting. Sound design in this anime isn't bad at all. Opening and ending are both cool and energetic. The soundtrack is probably my biggest concern. I have to concede it is good, but I personally don't think it works as well as it should. Despite this series' phenomenal main theme, which achieves an amazing atmosphere and tone, there is just some tracks that are so bizarre that they don't fit at all in the scene in which they are played. Overall, to sum up briefly all of this, I would say that this show was enjoyable and definitely has some really clever dialogue and scenarios, but I think that the directing has resulted in wasting some of the potential of this series. In the case you like this show a lot, I would consider catching up with the manga. It won't disappoint you, as it is better. This ends our today's video. Thanks for watching. If you liked, then please subscribe and share.